to Unsigned 518. I'm here with Lucas Garrett. What's going on, man?
Hey, Andy, thank you for having me on your show again.
Yeah, absolutely. And and I was saying before we got rolling that being that you've been on the show, and I think people know who you are at this point, we're just gonna kind of do like a catching up. And I was gonna try to figure out when you were on the show last, but that was a lot of research. So I think it
Yeah,
was like a year ago, maybe.
at least
Yeah, it was at
because
least a year
I
ago.
haven't, I had not even started writing the album I put out yet.
Oh
I
wow.
think.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, there we go. I don't even have to ask what you've been up to in the last year. So I guess let's.
I put out the EP on February 20th.
Okay.
Called Bad Karma, and it was an inside joke in the studio that I am not at liberty to divulge, but it felt very appropriate for the title. And you know how this goes. By the time I was done making that album, I already had the next album written, but it's not recorded yet.
And that was the one that you just released.
Yep. And
That
then by the time that we got done releasing it, I'm like, well, shit. I have all the other songs that didn't make it on the album. So I'm gonna go back and record that, probably 5 or 6 more songs and put that out before the end of the year. That is the plan right now, at least.
all right. And that so you've already put what in February you put an EP out,
Yep.
and
That was
then
called Bad Karma, and it had 5 songs on it.
all right, and then you'll have another. I mean, with all the songs, you think it'll be a full length by the time?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's what makes sense. And I am working with Alec Lewis as a
Oh,
co-producer.
nice. Love Alec, man. Such a good dude.
Yeah,
And a
and
good producer.
yeah,
He did. I can't fuck. And I can't remember now. I feel like old man Scullin, but Alec did produce and engineer one of Shortwave Radio Band's songs, and I can't fucking remember what it was.
the one with Erie, the one that mentioned Erie and Under and Down and all those people.
Oh wait, actually no, it wasn't that one because that was Dave Tayo. It was
Okay.
Plastic. It was the song Plastic. Yes, Alec
Okay,
produced.
well, you're working with Dave. You're working with Dave Tayo. I'm working with him too. He's
Oh,
a
are you?
great guy.
Yeah, and such a fucking sharp producer, and like I
Yeah.
learned more about like music production and theory and song structure doing a couple
Mhm.
singles with Dave than I could have in like a 2 year long class. You know what I mean? Like,
Great. Yeah, no, he's a great guy. He's the drum and bass engineer on the album.
oh, okay, cool. And
Yeah,
so,
he invited me to his studio before it was even like done, and I knew right then. I'm like, shit, I gotta make a record here.
yeah,
It, it was just awesome, and he and I are very similarly type A personalities. Pretty obvious that I'm a type A. And it was just great to work with him. You know.
yeah, totally. And like that studio, not to go super off topic, but like how he built that from the ground up, and
Yeah.
the soundproofing in that, and just like the attention to like angles of corners and how thick a wall is, and like all
Right.
this, like it's the mind-blowingly perfect recording studio.
Yeah. No, he's killing it over there. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's great.
yeah. That's where our first 3 songs were done in that studio.
And it's funny, like a lot of the people at the Emmys, like all work with one another. You know, like it's cool. It's a great scene. A lot of the people that were nominated, I'm thinking of like Nocturne and people like that. A lot of them filter through people like Dave Tile. It's like we're all kind of working with the same crew.
Right. Yeah, the Eddies was fun. It was really fun, and like it's cool to like going in, like this was my band's first year that we got nominated for anything, and going into it, the
Mm.
pressure was off because it was like I know all the other people in the categories that were nominated. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah,
well, if we lose, at least it's gonna be one of my fucking friends that
right,
wins. You know what I
right. Yeah,
mean? So like
no,
nobody
it was
really
great. It was
loses.
great.
Yeah, it's
It
just
was great. You know, like I went into it thinking that I wasn't gonna win. Of course, like I'm happy for everyone that did win.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But as soon as I didn't win, even though I was expecting it, I'm still like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely that bit of disappointment, I guess, but it's
But
not
it's
like
a
a.
weird thing, right? Though, because like
It is
I
weird.
wasn't expecting to win, but I was still disappointed for
I
some
was like
reason.
the fucking exact same way, dude. Like I was like, "There's no way we're gonna win. There's no way we're gonna win." Then we didn't win, and I was like, "Oh man, that's a bummer," you know. Like,
I'm like, ah, fuck.
yeah, but the Jagaloons won in our category,
They're
and
great.
we
I mean,
fucking
they're
love
great.
those dudes. Like I love those dudes not only musically, but like we've kind of got like a friendship with them. And
Yeah.
Ryan, our guitarist, used to work with Jeff, the drummer of the Jagaloons, like for
Mm.
years before the band. So like I was like, it's fun that they won, and it's fun. I commented on their post, like, at least we lost to friends, and they were like, yeah, we
Right.
crushed you. And so I'm like, I love that,
That's great.
just busting our
But
balls.
there was just like so much unnecessary drama from everyone. Even I'm like, oh my god, guys.
Yeah, I
And
didn't. I heard of like the aftermath of it, but like I didn't really.
yeah,
I'm not really privy to what actually happened. I just read a lot of the comments about things maybe not being
but
super
but
cordial.
even from people that are like, don't be dramatic, we're also being dramatic. I'm like, the irony is like right there.
Yeah, I wanted to. I was gonna, because me, I like to joke around and I don't take things too seriously. I was gonna try to make a post the next day, like congratulating the Jagaloons
You
and
know?
doing it through tears. Like I was like gonna make myself look all
Yeah,
dramatic and like my face red, and then I was like, no, because there's probably some people that are actually that fucking bummed out, and I don't want to, I'm like I don't want to feel like I'm like making fun of them. Yeah.
right.
I just
Yeah,
wanted to
no,
make fun of myself.
yeah. It's tough, right? With social media, you never know how something is going to land.
Correct. Yeah, yeah.
And that's like one of the you talk about like what has been new. I'm like, okay, so I don't know if you're aware of this, but I made some stupid video like a month ago, right? I mean, I've been playing guitar, not a stupid video. I don't mean it like that,
Right,
but
right, right. I
I've
get
been
it.
playing guitar for a while. I made this little video. It was like a 3 chord song. Nothing wrong with a 3 chord song at all. Some of my favorite songs are 3 chord songs, but I and putting the video up, and it like got a million hits. And I'm like, what's that about? And it was like a Tom Waits cover, who I love, by the way. But now I have all these people on my channel that aren't around here. And now I have to like be very careful about what I say online because I was joking with my father the other day. I'm like, I think I made it because I have haters now.
Yeah, and I mean,
Like,
and it's true because
nuts,
it's all context. Everything is context, and
nuts.
people that know you have a context. They know your sense of humor. They know,
Right.
people that don't know you aren't going to have that
Right,
same
and that was like
context.
people like in England and Ireland and Texas and like they don't
Right,
know who the hell I am, and I
right,
don't know who they are either.
right.
It's like okay, well, I'm glad that you're supporting my music, but now I actually have to run this like a business page, you know,
Yeah.
because you don't want to offend the wrong person.
Correct. And
But
although sometimes I like offending the right people. That's fun. Like every once in a
yeah,
while I'll
that is
put up
fun.
like a post, a pro trans post or something, that basically says
Right,
like if you are a transphobe, don't fucking listen to my show type of things. And then I'll get
right,
like 5 or 10 messages in my inbox, I'm unfollowing you. And I was like, yeah, fucking good. That's like why that's why I did that because I don't want you
right,
following me. Get off my ass.
right. It's weird. Like I had this one guy that was like MAGA, 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 and you know what? No.
Yeah.
Like, if you like
No.
MAGA, like, there's a different, like, okay, you can be Republican, that's
Correct.
fine. Uh, but, even still, that's a little bit tenuous these
At
days.
this point, like it's a little fucked up to just
But it's like I'm not a Democrat, but I am registered as a Democrat because they're better than the other people we have right now.
Yeah. I just try, like, I know it's like trite to be like I'm not political, but like I'm pretty old at this point. I'm in my 50s, and like so like when
That's
I
not
look
that old.
I look back to like when I first, was of voting age and like learning about all that like to me politics was always policy. Like I was
Right.
like I don't care about politics because I don't care about how policies are made. But like now
Right.
that is not what being political means, or I don't
Yeah, we're
you
not in politics as usual anymore.
correct.
You can't be like, well, I don't really care. It's
Right,
like
because politics are now
if you don't
taking
care,
human
then what the
rights.
fuck are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck are you doing that you don't care about what's going on?
correct. Yeah, like back, but when I was younger, I was just like, I don't care how the taxes are spent. You know what I mean? Like that's what I thought of when I thought of politics. I didn't think of, oh yeah, someday they're going to be making policies that are going to try to hurt my friends. You know what I mean? Like that's not
Right.
politics. That's like, I
Right.
don't know.
It was like it used to be boring, and now it's just like, oh god.
Yeah, yeah, I would fucking love it for it to be boring again. That's it. Like I used to always be like, I remember when I had no idea who like the director of the fucking FBI or the Secretary of Defense was. You know what I mean?
Let's
Like,
go back to that day.
yeah,
Let's
when I
let's
didn't
go
have to
back to those
care.
days.
Yeah, because it sucks. I fucking hate it.
No, but yeah, so I've been on the Instagram thing, and I've been trying not to be upset with it, right? Because I like make a video and like people love it, but then there's like comments like, "Oh, that slur," or "this slur," or "that slur," and I don't want to say what they are because they're not appropriate.
Correct. Yeah.
But it's like, come on, man. Like,
And I think
I,
a
would- I
lot
would
of
rather,
that has
I would
always
rather you tell me
existed.
I suck.
Right.
I would rather you tell me I suck or that I can't play. But like, don't call me a slur.
Yeah.
And it's hard not to respond to that. But I try not to because that's not going to do anything.
Right. When you're dealing with someone on that level, if you give anything back, they're just going to consider it ammunition type of thing, like,
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? We are kind of relatively limited on time, so I think we should talk about some music and maybe play a tune. I know one we were going to hear. Were we going to hear Michigan first, or do you want to put that in at the
Yeah,
end?
that'd be great. Yeah.
You want to maybe tell us a little bit about the song before we play it?
That'd be great. Thank you. And sorry for the ramble.
No. I mean, I'm the fucking king of ramble.
But okay, so Michigan was written about an old high school friend of mine, and someone texted me about a year ago, asking, "Oh, where are they at these days?" And I'm like, "I don't know. They're in some state that starts with an M." And I said to him, like, "Holy shit, that's the lyric right there." And I just wrote the song around that. It's not really about that person, but it is about the topic that I usually write about, love and love lost and that kind of thing. There's a lot of gratitude as well that is imbued into the song, because it's not really like a love lost type of song. It's about realizing that even if something didn't work out the way you wanted, you still owe a lot to everything that has happened in your life, the failures and the successes.
100%.
So that's kind of what the song is about.
That's awesome. I love that. All right, well let's listen to Michigan, Lucas Garrett, and then we'll be right back.
Staring through a window pane, and then a while since I said your name. Now you're in a state with an M. Was it Minnesota or Michigan? You said you liked when I drew. I didn't realize I was drawing you. Okay, then I'll try to laugh you away. And then the time to slow down in the headspace. It's a strange reaction. So I'm wondering what we would do. All the places I've been. What never happened Tell me how you never mind all the problems that we would find. Okay, then I guess I will try giving you this credit, but it doesn't feel right. It's a strange reaction. Oh, I'm wondering what we would do. All the places I've been. Will never happen without you. The skies are becoming their blue. Without you, my heart can't reason what to do. It's a strange reaction. Always wondering what we would do. All the places I've been. It will never happen. There's no point in my end. It will never happen. Without you. Without you. Without you.
All right, that was Michigan, Lucas Garrett, and so that was, off the EP that came out earlier, correct? Or was that
Yeah,
released as a
Bad
single?
Karma.
That was
Yep.
that was an EP. Okay, so in that same session, I guess you had been working on other stuff that's going to be an album coming out later. Is that
Yep.
kind of like how you do things? You usually like do a bunch of batch songwriting, or do you,
No,
no?
actually, and it's been really refreshing. The last few records I made, I wrote them as we were recording them, which was a little bit nebulous, right? Because you have studio time and you're like, I don't have a fucking song. And so that wasn't always great. But now I am taking these songs that you're hearing on the new album and the one that will be released hopefully by the end of the year. Again, hopefully you know how things go.
Oh yeah.
But I've had these songs for a while now. And, we're just playing them out live a lot and letting the songs kind of tell me what they need as we play them out more and more, you know?
And like when you're in a studio, like kind of writing songs as you record them, do you feel like that pressure gives you something
Oh,
that you
yeah.
need to get through, like that brings
Yeah.
out something that you wouldn't have if you just had fucking all the time in the world, type of thing?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it started years ago when I made my first record. We got done with the album and we're listening to it, and I'm like, there's not enough material on this. So I went out in the control room, into the like common area that was there. It was actually at Candy Ambulance's old house.
Oh wow.
Um, yeah, that's where I learned a lot about record making. We were all part of the same DIY scene back then. So I made my first two records with Candy Ambulance, Jesse Bulldog. And we got to the end of the first one. I'm like, there's not enough on here. So I grabbed my guitar that was in the control room and I just went into his living area in the basement and I just wrote a song. And I'm like, you know what? Let's record this. And then ever since then, up until the last record, that was kind of how I did it.
So like
Like,
the
wow, this is
pressure
great.
feeds the creativity.
Yeah.
And then you said this one, the latest one, you know, where you have a big batch of songs, and that's kind of different. Like
Right.
what spawned that thought, or was it just floodgates were open and you
Just
can?
wanted to try something new, you know? And I'm doing a lot of live shows in the area. And I'm like, you know what? Let's play these songs out. Let's see what these songs feel like out. And then when it came time to record it, it was very easy. Especially with like, because I'm on the whole record. All the guitar you hear, that's all me on the record. It's probably some of the most ambitious playing that I've done. Um, and it's amazing what practice will do. You practice, you actually get better at your instrument. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of just
He like
practicing.
that.
Yeah.
So by the time we recorded it, it was very easy. And I might have done a few retakes of something, but a lot of what you're hearing on the album, it was just like boom, there it is.
Right. It's like written and recorded kind of at the same time. Whereas like
Yeah, and
these, you had a chance, like you said, to when you play them live, like the song kind of lets you know
right,
what it needs, and you get that, I guess,
yeah,
from audience stuff or just how it feels to you. Like,
right.
and do you
And
do you take a
there was a lot less mistakes on the record too. Not that I ever let any mistake in, but I mean the recording process. I didn't have too many. Oh, I didn't play that right. I need to do it again. Because by the time I'm playing it to record it,
you've
it was
played
so
it
natural.
beginning to end so many times? Because I mean,
Yeah,
people may not know. Some people listening may not understand that a lot of the times when you're tracking a song, you're not necessarily playing the song from beginning to end all the way through. Like you do it in pieces. But to your
right,
point, if you know the song beginning to end and have played
right,
it beginning to end many times, the efficiency in the
right,
studio is just like 100%. Because I've done it both. Both things were
right,
recorded songs that I've played 70 times with a band live, and then
right.
like with that album, like with TJ and James, like playing the bass on that Damsels album, those were that was the first time I was learning it as I was recording it because the songs
Yeah,
didn't
that's
exist.
not always that's not always easy, as you know, to do it like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So doing it both ways, like it's cool that you've oh being that deep into doing it one way, been like, all right, I'm gonna switch it up and try doing this, and like I didn't know if it was like a conscious decision or it just happened to be that you just had a
It
shitload of
wasn't.
songs.
It wasn't, but I'm going to do it like that for a while from now on because with Alex and I, because he was also an engineer in some of the songs.
Yep.
In fact, he engineered all the guitar work. He's an amazing guy.
Yeah.
I kind of told him what I wanted, you know. I'm like, okay, let me try it. I'll fax it, you know. I won't get into all the recording jargon, but it was a very symbiotic relationship that I really enjoyed. And by knowing the song as well as I did, it allowed me to not even think when I was recording it. It's just like, okay, here it is, you know. And it allowed him to say, well, why don't you try it like this? That I never had to learn the part again. I just moved a few notes around. It was a lot easier, you know.
Right. And because you've got such a base relationship with the music, it's easy enough to like
Right.
mold it a little here, a little there than it would be if you were with a whole new composition. Because I don't know if you're the same way, but I know like in the beginning of songwriting, for me, I have to get something recorded, even if it's in my phone, quickly because I forget fucking melodies all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So if you're in that position where that song is new, you could be in danger of losing that initial melody or feeling behind it, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100%. And, you know, there are certain songs of mine that are my favorite, which I won't get into because I want everyone to have their own opinion.
Right.
I don't want to be like, oh, this is my favorite song. Listen to that one. I will say that on my favorite songs, I've never forgotten the melody, not once. But there are many songs that we play out that people like that aren't my favorite that I need to like consciously remember what the melody is.
Right. Yeah, it's a real it's a real problem because I struggle with that a lot. Like that's why I'm like I have to get it somewhere tangible, even if it's my phone. Because even if
Right.
I've been playing the song, over the course of 5 or 6 days, and then I'll sit down on the couch, pull out the acoustic guitar, go to play it, and then I'll be like, "Fuck, how did that one go?" And then I'll have to,
Right. Right.
use the audio to fire it up again. I thought maybe it was just me, but I guess
Yeah,
not.
no, I relate to that a lot. You know, there are certain songs where I'm like, I know the melody right away, and that's the easiest songwriting in the world when that happens.
Right. I love it.
Because there's a lot of time around it, like mumbling around the kitchen while I'm working on something. I'm like, you know, I a lot of these songs that were on the new record wrote themselves very quickly, but a lot of the time it's not like that. A lot of
Right.
time I'm like, shit, I don't like these lyrics, you know, or I
Yeah.
don't like that melody, or that doesn't sound right there, you know.
Or
But
everything's going well, and then you get to a point, and you're like, I don't know what to do next. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to
right,
make a bridge. Like what bridge is gonna work here? Like shit like that.
oftentimes when I get to that point, I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, there's no bridge in this song.
Yeah. Fucking same.
Like if I can't think of anything, no bridge, you
Right.
know.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather have no bridge than a bridge that just doesn't fit.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, I think we should play another song. So what did we wanna play next?
This song is going to be "Look at Us," and it is the closer of the record "Bad Karma." And on it, you will hear delightfully high harmonies from Alec Lewis and wonderful. I took, we were at the piano. I'm like, okay, if I'm singing this note, what note are you gonna sing? And then we tried a bunch of stuff, and it came out really nice. I am the bass harmony, obviously,
Yeah,
and
makes sense.
the
When you
and
said
the
high harmony, I didn't think you were going to say it was you doing it.
well, I could sing it, but
Yeah,
it just sounded better when he did.
right. I can't sing high harmonies to save my fucking life.
The song Michigan that we played earlier, that's all my vocals on
Oh
there.
wow. All right.
Yeah.
So
The
quite a range then, because you're what, baritone?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a bass
Oh,
baritone.
bass baritone. Okay.
I'm a little bit lower than Frank Sinatra, but I sing a lot of his stuff for fun too.
Right.
So. But anyway, yeah, Look at Us is the song.
All right. Cool.
And there's saxophone on it too, which is sexy.
Yeah, that is. All right, well, let's check out Look at Us, Lucas Garrett, and then we'll be right back to wrap it up.
Look at us. We captured the moon inside our smiles. And I would like to hold you for a And you can't see any problems past your own nose. But maybe that is how you chose. Waking up next to you is so wonderful. But sometimes I feel so normal.
All right, that was Look at Us, Lucas Garrett. And Lucas, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to do this. I really appreciate it. And usually I would do the gratitudes here, but you have some live shows coming up. So before we do the gratitudes, why don't you tell us what's coming up for you?
Well, I'm really excited, and thank you, Andy, for not only having me on today, but for all the great work you do. I love the podcast, and I love what you're doing.
Thanks, man.
But anyway, I have a lot of shows coming up locally this summer, including my first residency at a bar in Lake George. I will be at the Lagoon 4 times between May and August. So that will be really nice. The first date is May 30th at the Lagoon. And then you can find all the other shows online at my website, lucasgarrettmusic.com. So we got a lot of cool shows. I'm playing with Julia Alserop in July. James Mullen, we all know him.
Yep.
That show is going to be really great. So, yeah, check out the website and come out and see me live.
Awesome. So, yeah, for gratitudes, I don't know, is there anybody you wanted to say hi to or shout out? Or
I'd like to say hi to everyone listening, and for those that did not know me but know me now, it's really been great making music for all of you, and the kind words that I've gotten about the music have been awesome. I'd like to thank Dave Tile, Troy Pohl, Alec Lewis, Sam Zucchini, Thomas Carvey, who's my bassist and amazing, and my mom and dad, they're great. Everyone that has helped me is just awesome, and people like you that have artists like me on their show. So thank you to everyone that has helped me.
Awesome. All right. Well, he is Lucas Garrett. I am Andy Scullin. This is Unsigned518. I'll see you on the road. Unsigned518 is produced and hosted by me, Andy Scullin. New episodes are available every week wherever you stream podcasts. If you would like to help support the show, please like and subscribe wherever you are listening, or you could buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/unsigned518. If you would like to advertise on the show, send me an email at unsigned518@gmail.com. And to be a guest on the show, reach out to me through Instagram at unsigned518. Take care of one another, and I'll see you next week.